Breaking news, big breaking news out of California. Jake Haro pleads guilty to murdering his 7-month-old baby boy, Emmanuel. Whoa, folks. Bombshell today in court. Jake and Rebecca Haro in court. And guess what? He pleads guilty. Second-degree murder. He gets sentenced at the beginning of November. But a baby Emmanuel's body has still not been found. Let me give you some details about his guilty plea. As we've been discussing for the last few weeks, there was plea negotiations. What's going to happen to Rebecca? Check it out.
We have some breaking news just coming in. The father of missing 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro has just pleaded guilty in court. Jake Haro has pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, assault causing bodily harm to a child, and filing a false report. Jake and his wife Rebecca Haro also claimed baby Emmanuel was kidnapped from a parking lot in Yucaipa back in August. Investigators believe Emmanuel died from long-term child abuse by his parents. His remains have yet to be found. Inland Empire reporter Leticia Juarez is inside the courthouse in Riverside and is following the latest developments in this case. We will bring you more throughout the day on ABC7.com and on Eyewitness News this afternoon.
Baby Emmanuel's father pleads guilty to second-degree murder of his missing 7-month-old son, Emmanuel. The father of baby Emmanuel Haro out of Cabazon on Thursday pled guilty to second-degree murder in the case of his missing 7-month-old son. He pled guilty, Jake, to assault causing bodily harm to a child and filing a false police report. That's also he pled guilty to, a misdemeanor. He cried in court as he submitted his pleas and is scheduled to be sentenced November 3rd in the case. No new information came to light regarding the whereabouts of baby Emmanuel. Meanwhile, the child's mother, Rebecca, pleaded not guilty to the amended complaint. The details of that complaint were not immediately made public. Prosecutors are expected to provide more details about the new developments in the court case sometime Thursday. They both appeared in court Thursday morning for another felony settlement conference for talks aimed at a plea agreement. The felony settlement conference typically takes place before a preliminary hearing. It is an informal discussion between the prosecution and the defense attorneys in front of the judge in which they exchange information to try to negotiate a resolution in this case. Jake has pled guilty. It doesn't appear that Rebecca pled guilty. Just Jake. Where is baby Emmanuel? Whoa, the inmates are going to love him in the California state prison system. How much time do you think he'll end up actually getting? I think one day he could possibly get out, considering this was the fear in California, right? Criminals, second-degree murder. However, they let the criminals out. But where's Emmanuel? It is crazy that Emmanuel's body has still not been found, presumed to be put in the trash, and then inside some sort of dumpster, landfill area, eventually to the dumpster, eventually to the landfill, something like that in that chain of events. Probably most likely the landfill. It is a sad situation with this case. We'll continue to monitor Rebecca's case. What do you think should happen to Rebecca? Is she going to go to trial? Jake will probably end up testifying against her, right? Bonnie and Clyde, right? Bonnie and Clyde. Hola! Somebody kidnapped the, baby. It was all a lie. Now they're the Bonnie and Clyde. Now one has made a deal. We'll see what happens there. Justice for Emmanuel. Accountability time, but I'm a little bit worried here. He's not going to get life. We'll see. We'll talk soon. JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.